Well, it's quite exciting because we've just launched a survey in April. It was done with more than 11,000 respondents across the world in more than 124 countries. And this time what's particularly interesting is that of those many participants, about 40% are from the business and 60% from HR. So it's showing that human capital is becoming a significantly more importance to the business overall and not just the HR function on its own. And the key finding overall is the leadership theme. We're all putting it underneath the symphonic C-suite. So what this is about is it's important that not just each C-suite member knows how to play their instrument in an orchestra really well. It's about making sure they give an experience to the whole organization of playing really well together. That is important. It's the collaboration and that really tackling challenges and calls for action together. The three ones, the first one is about the power of the individual, which is addressing, for one, the need to work in a larger ecosystem. It's about, from a career perspective, from ladder to lattice to now to experience, just to name a few. The second one really is about society. There it's about being a citizen, because we're overall talking about moving from a profit-oriented enterprise to a social enterprise. It's also addressing, within that area, longevity, so people simply getting older. And because of that, we need to look at new careers. There's a particular need. And the third one really is about how technology can allow more sustainable growth. And in there, we're looking at the connectivity across the workforce. With all of the technology we have, it's about really understanding data analytics. And there, the key finding, for example, would be 70% of organizations already really know how to use data. But only 10% are saying they're actually ready to secure the data. So these are just to give you some sense about what these trends, because it's a really long study, basically highlight. But these were the three areas with basically each one having three specific themes. In comparison to the themes that we had in previous years, which were really more HR related and more around processes and organization, etc. Now we can see more themes that I can personally, out of my experience in the market and working with clients and their talents, see a direct correlation, because longevity is about the older generations who are able to work longer, and we have a social responsibility to, from a financial perspective, for example, to offer them more work. And where I see personally a greater happiness within the organization for those who are able to contribute for longer and feel needed, and for the others who can learn from the older generation. One is around well-being, and not necessarily being just the physical well-being, it's also the psychological well-being, financial. So picking up responsibility that our policy, our government actually are not really stepping into. And hence, I personally see there is a close connection, because if we're doing this, we're looking holistically after the employees, which I personally believe in is driving higher happiness and not just engagement.